Hello and welcome back to another one, and today we have a lot to cover in a few minutes, including a comical ending of a wife finding out her husband listens to Eminem, and her Eminem discovery is one I'd describe as epic based on the CD. As always, before we dive in, hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, turn on notifications, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So just before the end of the sales tracking week for Eminem and Kid Cudi's latest single, it hits a milestone in the United States, selling over 100,000. And since the song has not been putting out the best streaming numbers because it didn't make the biggest rap playlist on streaming platforms for reasons unknown, the adventures of Moonman and Slim Shady sold over 100,000, riding on strong digital sales since radio play is also non-existent. It is expected to top the digital song sales chart and chart in the top 20 on the Hot 100. Where it lands remains unknown until the chart is updated next week, and fans have reacted to this milestone on social media following the announcement. Even the trolls are out in full force as expected for most news relating to Eminem. One user states, "Damn, that was fast," and the attention seekers are out. Kid Cudi did charity for that old man and it still tanked, and that gets this response. The highest selling rapper of all time doesn't need charity, and selling 100,000 in a few days is not tanking at all. And the most impressive thing about this is that it is fueled by pure sales, and I have something to reveal that's even more impressive. On the Play Store in the United Kingdom, Eminem occupies 3 spots in the top 6 for hip-hop albums today, 4, 5, and 6. Music to be Murdered by MMLP and Curtain Call, and Get Rich or Die Trying, Recovery, and The Eminem Show also make the top 20. The relevance is unreal. Get Rich or Die Trying in the top 20 reminds me of 50's recent post of Carol Baskin and husband bumping to In the Club, and 50 used this as an opportunity to do some more trolling. He states, "This song wasn't music, it was magic. It went everywhere in the world, then never went away. Every day is somebody's birthday, but the things it did to Murder Inc. LOL."
This mother don't miss. In the heat of battle, he don't miss. No. In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
Jamie Foxx reacted to this stating, "Bro's hilarious and legendary all at the same time," which leads us to the next point at hand, of 50 Cent recently trolling Nick Cannon for running his mouth and getting fired. Nick tried to expose Eminem in a series of diss tracks and ended up outing himself recently. And in my last video, which you can find at the link that pops up now, Diddy and Revolt outed themselves along with Nick, and 50 had this to share. "Tune into my new show Out Wild, starring Michael Blackson. It's kinda like a show that got cancelled, LOL. And I'm quite disappointed with the number of people that came into cape for Nick Cannon. One states, it'd be your own brothers." Another one, "SMH, I swear 50 don't practice unity or know when to tone it down. This isn't a good look, G." So we're gonna act like Nick didn't try to quote-unquote expose 50's friend Eminem for something that applies to him, and now that he's trolling Nick for spreading hate, it's not a good look. But 50 didn't stop there and added this one.
Tune in next week for 50's new show, Out Wild. Tune in, you.
With the caption, "Michael Blackson signed the contract, let's go, I ain't got all day and it better be funny." And Nick Shields were in the replies outing themselves as supporters of hate, and one user drops some knowledge. "Y'all saying we need to support Nick in the comments, but Nick is a millionaire who wouldn't give you $1 for a sandwich. Celebrity is not for the normal dark shade people. You gotta be rich or a tragedy for them to acknowledge you." And Kendrick described what's going on perfectly on King Kunta.
"I was gonna kill a couple rappers, but they did it themselves. Everybody's suicidal, they didn't even need my help."
And a colossal facepalm for those who think 50's loyalty should lie with Nick because they share the same shade. The irony of that thought process is mind-blowing. And we move on to when a wife had a shocking discovery thanks to a popular thread on Reddit, and the user is seeking relationship advice on how to move forward. The post states, "My husband listens to bad songs about women. Today I drove my husband's car to get groceries because mine needs an oil change pretty badly and I haven't felt like doing it. I turned on the radio but accidentally played the CD that was in. The song was Same Song and Dance. I looked up the lyrics and the lyrics were pretty disturbing. I listened to it, and then the next song also had the same topic. It was Stay Wide Awake. Now I know rap is pretty hateful in general, but this was morbid. I brought it up with him and he basically brushed it off and said it's just a song. He's never shown any warning signs of being violent, but should I be worried about this?" And I have to say you're in luck if the first songs you discover from Relapse are Same Song and Dance and Stay Wide Awake, and it looks like Eminem is about to body your marriage without even knowing it. But jokes aside, I don't understand this thought process, and the user put my thoughts in words in the thread. What I always ask people is how music about violence is unacceptable, but horror movies are just innocent entertainment. In both cases, there's no problem, unless of course you actually act on what the respective form of media are showing. And I'd add, if that's the case, then the problem to begin with wasn't the movie or song in question. That sounds like a personal issue, and it won't surprise me if she has a Stephen King novel around somewhere in the house. So what are your thoughts on these topics? Tell us below in the comments section, like and subscribe if you haven't, and see you on the next one.